Hello everyone, my name is Eric Tuize from Section D. I'm a student at Kepler University. So today we are continue with our business intelligence, a tool which helps us to identify change, trends, or something in the data. That is called tableau. So we are going to work with a story, one of the tools that belong to Tableau to help end user or somebody else working with Tableau to see the trend or to get insight from the data. So while our Tableau is still opening, what I can tell you is that a story is a sequence of visualization that work together to convey information. Fortunately, you can create a story to tell a data narrative, or to provide a context, or to demonstrate how decision related to the outcome, even or to simply make a compelling case. A story is different from a dashboard because a dashboard, as we already know, though you might not know, a dashboard is a combination of several views or several sheets that you can arrange for presentation or to monitor. While this story is, as I said, is a sequence of views. You can just arrange or make a collection of sheets, or you can just make a collection of dashboard. Just you want to narrate or to make a compelling case to show the end user or the user how the data are to help the users to understand, to get the insight from the data, so that your visualization will make sense to the user. So today we have uh, data from a identity country property sales transaction that we are going to work with, and we will create 3 to 4 sheets. The first sheet will be a map of price by zip code. The second sheet will be a timeline of sales over time by quarter. The third sheet is a chart which shows the difference between price between cities according to the cities. And the fourth sheet will be a selection, a chart which show the difference in the price according to the different sales type. So sometimes it might take a while for Tableau to be open. So when it made it, we will start with the first sheet, and as usually the first step in a Tableau is to connect our Tableau with the data. So data may be in Excel sheet or workbook, it may be in different type like Word, or they can be even online. So the first step in it when working with Tableau as a visualization tool is to connect the Tableau with the data we want to visualize. So today, data we have, they are in Excel workbook, as I mentioned before. So we have them in Excel, then we will connect them by clicking to the Microsoft Excel on the type of a file we have. So as it is in Excel, we will go to the folder where the data are saved, and then click on them, then we open. So our Tableau now is connecting to the data we already have. Great. So this might happen according to the PC capacity. So when you have a PC with a high operating system, RAM, and a processor, yes, of course, the process of opening and connecting the data will be quick. So what we do here, we wait for the tableau to respond and to connect to the data we already where we are connecting to. And after tableau have after connecting it to the data, tableau will display our data in the form of tableau as they are in Excel. So when the data have been modified or something, we just do update. We update our data to updated version. So the tableau arrange our data as it just accept them uh, uh, from Excel, and it make like a table with headers and the datas. So we can use a data interpreter to remove some uh, information which might uh, affect our visualization, the unnecessary one. For instance, like mostly the law which doesn't contain any data. So data interpreter help us to filter and to clean our Microsoft Excel workbook. So then after cleaning our data, we just have to create our first sheet. Yes, as I mentioned, the first sheet will be a map of price by zip code. That's how we're gonna name it. It's a price by zip code. Great. Then zip code should be in geographical form. So as we see here in dimension, and we already know that geographical data, they should be in dimension. And most of the time they have longitude and latitude, and at the form or the type, as here we have A, B, C, there should be an icon of a globe. So while here we do have our property zip code under the measure. So what we have to do here is to drag our zip code to the dimension, and we go to change from numbers as measures to change our data from numbers to zip code. Change data type to geographical code, and there will be a zip code or a postcode. Then as we see here, the icon already changed to the globe. Then we double click to open our zip code, and then it will collect longitude and latitude as geographical data, and they will form a map. And then most of the time when the location or geographical data are length identified, we have to help our tableau to understand specifically where the location are. So as we are going to work with a property zip and zip code and price, we first have to create the map. Of course, the zip code will be in a map. we create a map as a geographical location, geographical data. So, yep, great. So as we see here, our tableau is creating a map. However, we do have 100 unknown geographical location. So what we do here, as I said in my previous video, you click here on unknown and then we do edit location. So we're gonna help our tableau to specify the location. Most of the time we can find like a cities or region, and the tableau is recognizing it and as that location is located in France. As most of the time, as we see here already, the country region is France. So while our zip code and our data are located in USA, so we're gonna change. We have to change the country to USA. Then the remaining is unknown. That's fine. So then we click OK. So to remove this unknown, we can just filter our data and then we uncheck node. Then the unknown geographical data already gone. So here we do have our location according to the zip code, our location of property according to the zip code among on this map, and we do have to check the price according to this zip code, and then we add a price to the color. So adding a price to the color will help us to identify easily to get to visualize this map easily so that we can see zip code and the price. And then as we see here, we do have a clear shape of map. The shape of map. Then yes, let us change the color, which will help us easily to visualize our data, our map. Change to the red and green diverging. Then apply. Then we select OK. So the more our color become green, the more our price according to the price of our property according to the zip code is high. As you see here, we do have about 100 million and 80 something, and by looking at this green one, we do have a price of 200,000. So for Israel to identify to visualize this map, let us take the property zip and then put them to the rebel. Then we can see here Israel, we can visualize easily our map by looking at the zip code and the color it will respond. The color responded to the sum or to the price we do have, and the numbers are the zip code, are the zip of the property location. Great. So as you see here, we have 15015. That's the zip code, and we in green color, which represent the higher price. So this is the first sheet we do have to create. We have to create, and we will continue with uh, story after creating all sheets, so we can relate them at the same time. So let us create the second sheet, which is a timeline of sales over a time. So that's sales over time in quarter. Great. So the data are the data we have are sales data. So we're gonna take the number of records and sales date. So the chart, which often works with to identify trends within a time, it's a line. So we need to use a line chart. Yes, a line chart to visualize our data to identify the trend and change within this whole period from 2012 up to 2019. So, and what you have to do is to change our period from year up to quarter. So we click here on this drop down arrow at the date and then change to the quarter. Great. Now we have how our salaries have been trending and changing, from 2012 up to 2019, but according to the quarter. So here we have a quarter series, and as our tableau summarize our data easily, but we can help the end user or the audiences to clearly see each quarter within its corresponding year. So we have to take this data and then drag it to the label. Now we have 2012 quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4 as well, and then 2013 quarter 1, yes, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. So let us, for easily, you see now we do have only one color. You can identify how sales were lower or were higher. So let us take the sum of sales and then drag them to the color. Then we edit our color to red and green diverging. So the more the color will be green, the more sales were high. Then we click OK. Now, as we see here in 2019, in quarter 4, we had a lower sales, and at 2012 and 14, yes, in quarter 3, we do have more higher number of record of sales. So this is how we can get easily the insight on this sheet. So as we do have a red color, to represent that in this quarter we're having a lower number of sales, and then here we were having high number of sales. So let us create the third sheet, which is a chart to represent and to visualize, to show the difference in the price between different cities. Then price between cities. So we have a price here, put our price in the shelf, and then we're gonna look for the cities. So city must be in dimension, of course, because in string data, type of data, we do have uh, mostly type of data we have string, which are data and which are data are in the form of letters or numbers, and we have integers. Integers are a number which doesn't have decimal numbers, and we have floats. Those are the numbers but with uh, decimal numbers. So cities, yes, property city. Yes, then we add city the shelf to our shelf. Then for easily, as we see here, we to have to slide so that you can see all of them, but you can just change the size of view of all the of sheet to entire view, then we can see all of the data at the same time. So as we see here, sometimes it can be hard for some reader or some audience to identify how cities are being different in the price they made, where the property allocated in the cities, but see here somehow they are confusing. So to make it easily, we have to sort our data according from the more price to the lower price, and you will see here the this city, which is Petersburg, is this city, the property located there are the one that made that had or has more prices. So, and the West View city is the city with lower prices. So they don't have only one price, right? So, and while the Petersburg city has around uh, 200 millions. So that's the third sheet, and let us quickly and create the fourth sheet, which is a chart that will show the difference between the price according to the type of sales. That's name price by types of sales. So we drag price to the shelf and type of sales, that sales description. So type of sales. So great. Here we can just change the type that will help us easily to identify uh, sales type with some that we can use a trimmer sheet chart. Yes. So a trimmer chart easily help the viewers to identify the more or the lower price. The more we do have a large or big square, that means that uh, we do have also a high price. And the more it became blue as a color, the more it became blue, the more the sales are high. And the more the square becomes smaller, the more we do have also lower price. Also, the more the blues are being to what can I say? So the more blue ads are lower, the more also the price are lower. So that's that's it. So maybe we can just add also the same price to the label. So now we can identify easily. We can identify easily. Yes, can identify easily the type of cell. It's a multiple source cell or cell not analyzed or yes or quit claim or special warrant cell or time on market cell or other kind of cell with their corresponding price. So now we are done with creating the sheet. Then what we have to do, the first thing is to arrange to collect all of sheet within one sheet. That's where dashboard comes in. So we have to click here on dashboard, then we can name our dashboard by price dashboard. So we change the size of this dashboard. I'm using a laptop to a laptop browser, and we increase the width. Yes, and then we drag our sheets to the dashboard. Then we have to remove this legend as not necessary. It's not necessary. Then we add the second sheet, which is sales and time. Add the third sheet, price between the cities, and the last sheet, which is price by type of sale. Great. So now we have a collection of our sheet. We have been working on Tableau. This could be also used as end user or a viewer can easily get the insight of our data without passing through all of the sheet each by one. So here you can see price by zip codes. Now we identify the the prices amount according to the color, and now here we can see the property located in different city, and you can now identify the city with high price. Also the price according to the sale, you can see the sales that meant more prices as the quarter among the period of working that made where this company made the lower price or higher price. So now it's our time to create today's lesson, that is to create a story. Then we go to next to dashboard. There is an icon. When you hold it is right, it's respond as a story. So a story uh, is similar how to the dashboard, but as I said before at the beginning of this table, they are different. In a story you can add dashboard, you see, that's the dashboard, but you can also add a sheet, and the story is used to narrate, to help end user, to help the audience get insight easily without spending much time by passing through the dashboard or passing through the each sheet. So it just helps them by narrating our sheet, just like narrating a story. Then we start with the first sheet and then add it there to the caption, and then we just write a short story that explain to the end user, to the audience, what really include in this sheet. So here we'll write as the more color became green, the higher price became. Therefore, properties located on zip code which is 15 made the higher price. So when a reader or end user or audience read this narration, you will directly see and look for this zip code on this map. You will directly see and understand what the colors are representing and what about this 15015 zip code, what's their price. So that's the zip code which made the higher price, and as you can just go through those zip code with red color, you will directly understand that the more they become red, the lower the price became. So then we just make another narration to the second. So we have to place to the next, we have to place them next to the first one and add caption. As you see, as we add the second sheet to the caption, the chart also change. So here, what will help our audience to see is that in 2014, quarter 3, from 2012 up to 2019, the higher sales were made in 2014 in quarter 3. So that's what we can tell our audience. And then when he or she read this caption, he will directly see that in 2000 14 in quarter 4, that's where higher sales were made. So, but in quarter 4 of 2019, that is where, and in 2019 quarter 4, that is when the lower sales were made. Great. Then let's add a caption to the third chart on the third sheet. So that is Petersburg City. The property located in Petersburg City are the one that has the higher price among other cities. And the properties located in Westview City are the one that made the lower prices. Then the last sheet, which is the comparison between sales type and the price, we're gonna take our viewers that the multi-parcel sale has the higher price. And quote ordered sale has the lower price. Great. Then now we helped our viewers to get the insight easily by using the story, and we narrated our sheet with the caption that will help our viewers and end users to understand our chart easily. So by first sheet, according to the colors, they represent the price. The more price became, the more color become green, and the lower become the lower color became the lower price became, and the higher the color became red. Then to the second line graph, we were able to identify that from 2012 up to 2019, the higher sale were made in 2014 during the third quarter, and in 2019 during the fourth quarter, that is where the lowest sales were made. Then we also were able to identify that the properties located in Petersburg City are the one that made the higher price among other cities. and among other property located in different cities. And then the properties located in Westview cities are the one that made the lower prices in comparison to the properties located in different cities. So that means that Petersburg City are the best, while Westview cities property which are located in Westview City, we do have a lot of work to work on them so that they can be made higher prices. Then we will also to identify that the sales that are the multi-person, they are making higher prices, and the sales that are quote ordered sale, they are making lower prices. So that's all today. So today we are able to create sheets, different sheets, and we were able also to change the major data which are located in a major. Those were zip, and then we changed them to geographical data. So we created a dashboard that collects 4 sheets we created, and then we created a story help that will help our audience to get the insight to understand deeply our charts and our presentation by narrating our sheets. So that's all for today. Thank you for being with us. Bye bye.